Hello everybody, and welcome back to this Range Rover hints and tips page. I've got a video today on a couple of things which I just thought I'd share with you. I know some of you, and as you can see, this vehicle's got the electric retracting parcel shelf, and I know some of you have had problems with it. And as you can see, what brings the parcel shelf back and forth is this little fella here. If I can just zoom in a little bit, there you go. So if I bring it back, as you can see, it comes back, and that's it. It's pretty flimsy, isn't it? Especially when you can just pull it out like that. There really is not a lot to it. But what I've found is if you just shove it back in here, and hopefully I'll put it in the right way around. Come on, there we go, and click it in like I've just done there. Put that back on. I do put a bit of grease along the rails here, very lightly, and I found it's actually been pretty good. As you can see, comes back nice and easy and goes forward nice and easy. So that's that. Now, the problem I had yesterday related to, I had a puncture. For the first time I had a puncture. It was a slow puncture. Without boring you all with detail, I took the car to the tyre repairer, and he said, "Where's the locking wheel nut?" And I said, "Well, has it got them?" Look, of course, they're just covers, right? So then I started looking for the locking wheel nut. I looked everywhere for it. And most of you will have this. Yeah, I looked in here where the pump is. I looked all down here. I looked in the glove box. I lifted this up. No, nothing. I've got the storage jobby here, which is great, by the way, and I thoroughly recommend, if you're speccing your car from new, to get that, because it's a really good separator, as you can see, and you can put bottles and all sorts in there. So yeah, I had a real issue trying to find out where this locking wheel nut was. I ended up having to call Land Rover Assist. I called the dealer. They said, "You got to call Land Rover Assist." I left the car with the tyre repairer, and when I went back later on in the afternoon, they arrived. By the way, I called them at 10. They arrived at 1. He said it was done. I said, "Oh right, great. Where was it?" Well, he didn't have a spare. He said he found it in the car. Well, where is it? He said, "I'll show you." Now, bear in mind, I called the dealer, and they couldn't explain anything. I looked online. I couldn't really find anything suitable. As I said, I looked everywhere. This bit lifts that way as well, by the way, as you know, because you can use it as a cushion. I don't have the leather bits. Let's put this back down. So I'm stuck, and where it ended up being was here. This little fella was tucked in. However, if you pull on that, okay, did you see what happened there? This bit here raised, and when you raise it, well, what do we have here? What do we have here? We have one locking wheel nut. So there you go. That's where it is. The reason I couldn't find it, I'm just going to close this again. was because, God, making a bit of a mess here. When this was shut, this little tab here was actually bent inside, so it was not visible at all. I couldn't see it, right? So you imagine that was in there like that. I'm not going to click it, but I just couldn't see it. I didn't know that bit there could open. So if you ever get a puncture and you're wondering where your locking wheel nut is, just remember, pull on this here, that lifts, and hey presto, that's your locking wheel nut. Thank you to those of you who tried to help me on Facebook yesterday. It was a traumatic day, but I hope you found that useful. Cheers.